Hello! This video is filled with lots of information you're going to need to prepare for your upcoming rehearsals and Nutcracker performance. Enjoy all the pictures that I've added and listen carefully to all the information. Feel free to write down and bring any questions you might have to our upcoming Saturday rehearsal. Enjoy and have a blessed Christmas. Tickets for the Nutcracker are $14 for adults, $8 for children and students ages 3 through 18. I highly advise you to buy these tickets at the box office early. You will have to pay a will call fee if you order them by phone or online. That's an extra expense I don't feel like you should have to pay. Tickets make a wonderful gift for teachers, coworkers, friends, and family. Getting your ticket ahead of time is very helpful. In the past several years, we've had to hold the show because the will call line has been very long. It's also very cold during the Nutcracker performances. So this way, if you have your ticket ahead of time, you're able to get in and get your seat and get your child in place very quickly. Pack your bags and have everything ready Monday before the performance. This will help with things being calm for the show and dress rehearsals. Make sure you pack costumes, dance shoes, tights, headpieces, etc. Arrive at the auditorium fully dressed to go on stage. Make sure you bring a change of clothes that you can wear home in the evening. For those of you borrowing costumes such as mice or ginger kids or Arabian, you'll find your costume at the auditorium. Please do not take this costume out of the auditorium after dress rehearsal or after the performance because another person will be borrowing it for another show, and we have to inventory that. Arrive at the auditorium with your tights on. If you have a nude leotard or if you're supposed to wear a shirt underneath your costume, have that on also. Your name will be inside the costume on a color piece of tape that has a pin in it. Please do not remove that tape because we will be inventorying that costume at the end of the show, and we want to make sure we know which child turned in their costume. Most costumes came with a small headpiece. It's good luck for a dancer to wear her headpiece on the right side of her bun. Please use lots of bobby pins to securely pin this headpiece to your hair. A headpiece that falls off becomes dangerous to the dancers on the stage. If you are borrowing a ginger kid costume, you will need to go to Sally's or Walmart and pick up white bobby pins. You will need to use a minimum of 20 to 25 bobby pins to securely put on the ginger kid hat. We don't want that hat to fall off and these children will be tumbling and rolling on the stage. It's easy to lose these headpieces. The mice will need lots of white hairpins also. Once again, we don't want these hair pieces to come off, so secure it with tons of hairpins. You can get the white ones at Walmart or Sally's, or you can spray any other hairpin with white spray. Arabian will need black hairpins to secure their headpieces. The soldiers will need any color hairpin to secure their hats. You will be able to have curtain call dressed in that borrowed costume. At the end of curtain call, please take that costume back to your assigned seat, leave it there, and wear your own clothes home. Dancers who are borrowing the soldier costumes can wait until just after intermission so you can use the upstairs bathroom without anyone else in there to bother you. You'll then put on your next costume and be ready to go for your next performance. Now, for the younger dancers only, you will be sitting in an assigned area in the downstairs auditorium behind the lighting booth. At least one parent for each dancer needs to stay with their dancer throughout Act 1 and Act 2. Please do not take your young dancer away from their group after they've danced to sit with the rest of your family. We need to keep a safe inventory of all our dancers. If you have to take your child to leave the auditorium, please let the head grade parent know that you will be leaving so we won't worry. The whole group of young dancers in your class will go for curtain call at the end of the performance. Curtain call is set in a very safe way. After your child has crossed the stage for their applause during curtain call, we will hold them backstage and not allow them back into the auditorium until one parent that we know comes to pick them up. Please do not send a grandparent or a sibling to pick your child up, because we are going to handle this the safest way we know how. It's best that when we let the children out after curtain call, the youngest of the children's parents are dismissed first. So if you have an older child, please get at the end of the line, because we'll be handing out the older children last. We will be dismissing the children as safely as we know how to do this. If we do not know the person picking up the child, we will not be dismissing that child. We will keep them backstage with us until someone comes to pick them up. We will accept a letter from a parent letting us know that someone else will be picking their child up, but that letter has to be handed to us before the show begins by the parents. Please just let one parent come to pick the children up after curtain call. It's not necessary to have your whole family in that hallway, because we will have a ton of people lined up to get their children. Older dancers will be sitting in the upstairs auditorium in assigned seats. Once again, please leave your children in their assigned seats throughout the whole show unless you have to leave the auditorium. At that time, you will let your grade parent know that you are taking them out. Please do not save seats for people once you get into the auditorium. Also, do not leave seats between you and the next family that's sitting in the row with you. There will be someone asking you to move over to connect with the other people next to you. Last year, we had to reimburse quite a few tickets to people who were trying to get seats. There were lots of seats open amongst you in the auditorium, but because they were just one or two seats randomly, the next people who were trying to sit down with their family were unable to, so they left and got their money back for their tickets. Your dancer should have brought home a very important newsletter from October and from November that gives you all your information concerning your rehearsals at the dance studio on Saturday, then the following week at the auditorium. If you have not gotten this newsletter, please let your teacher know. You are getting very important emails with all this information. If you are not getting this information by way of email, then I do not have your correct email, or my emails are going to your spam. take a moment and look in your spam, click on that email, then send me a message which will release all my emails from your spam. There is enough space for 1 or 2 parents to help out with the class depending on the age and the size of the class. If you sign up to be a grade parent, you will get a free ticket to the show. We thank you deeply from the bottom of our heart that you are taking care of these young dancers to make sure they're well taken care of during the show and they're brought backstage in time. Claudine will be coming to you in the audience with plenty of time to take you backstage for your performance. The younger children will definitely need help coming backstage, and they will be brought back a little bit early. Remember that your grade parent for your child's class is not a babysitter. So at intermission, we would like for you to go and check on your child, take them to the bathroom, make sure they have everything they need. If you see that the grade parent needs a little more help, I would greatly appreciate you stepping up and staying with that grade parent. Most of you have already paid for in full and picked up your dancer's costume. If not, then you will be able to pick your costume up once you've paid for it in the downstairs dance studio after your next dance class. Keep in mind that if you are borrowing a costume such as angels or Arabian or soldiers or mice, you will still be using your costume in the spring recital and the spring ballet Wizard of Oz. Dress rehearsal at the auditorium is exactly as it sounds. It is a dress rehearsal. Please wear your costume completely, as you will wear it in the performance. Also, please go ahead and practice putting your hair in a bun, and for the older girls, practice putting on your makeup. That way we don't have any surprises for the show, and the day of the performance will run much smoother because you know you've rehearsed everything. Our professional photographer, Shannon Blevins, will be taking pictures during the dress rehearsal. We want to make sure we have great pictures, so please dress in full for this dress rehearsal. Younger dancers will be wearing white tights. You can get those at Walmart or through Amazon Prime. Older dancers who are in upper junior high, high school, and older will be wearing pink tights, and you can order those through Amazon Prime too if you're needing them quickly. I highly advise dancers of the older groups to wear a nude leotard. It's very important that that has a spaghetti strap and a low scooped back so that we can't see that nude leotard hanging out of your costume. I have tried my best to order costumes that the junior high, high school, and older girls are able to wear a bra underneath their costume. However, we do not want to be able to see that bra hanging out of your costume. We want to be modest, but we don't want the audience to see your undergarments. It's very easy to pin your bra onto your costume and lower the straps so they're not visible outside of your costume. We have prayed very hard for lovely weather the weekend of the performance, but should it snow or ice that weekend or during your rehearsals, we will be contacting you on changes on our rehearsals or performances by way of email and text messages. You are more than welcome to contact me if you have any questions. 828 265 6621. You can contact Catherine 828 719 6234 or Lindsay 828 964 6608. Please keep in mind that we are guests at the auditorium and we want to make sure we leave the best impression we can with the auditorium. This is the only real auditorium in this area we're able to use. The rental on it is very expensive, so we want to make sure we stay professional for them as well as them staying professional for us. Please do not ever bring food into the auditorium. Water bottles are okay. Please take all your trash out. Don't let your children climb in the chairs, run up and down the aisles, run in the hallways, climb on the railing, things like that. We want to make sure we're invited back the next year or the next performance on good terms. Dancers do not have to have a ticket for the performance. Grade parents do not have to have a ticket for the performance, but you will receive a wristband letting the auditorium know that you can enter without a ticket. You will be able to park on River Street during the dress rehearsals. Then during the performances, I highly recommend that you try parking in stadium parking lot. Most of the students will be out because a lot of the exams are over, and that is the easiest parking lot to get into during the performance. I have a sign-up sheet in the lobby of the dance studio for those of you who would like to volunteer to be ticket takers and program hander-outers. You will need to be at the auditorium an hour ahead of time, but your family will be able to go in and get their seats while you are handing out tickets that early. You will not have to pay for a ticket. You will receive a complimentary ticket. The staff at the auditorium will explain to you things that they need for you to do while we are loading all of our people into the pre-show. Please check the program that's on the door in the lobby of the dance studio and make corrections if your child's name is not correct or if it has been left off of the program. This program will be going to the printers on Monday before the performance, so please do it as soon as possible. You are more than welcome to video and take pictures during the dress rehearsal on the Saturday rehearsal at the dance studio and at the dress rehearsal at the auditorium. However, I have to be very strict in asking that you never record anything during the performance. Please do not record on your phone or a camera during the show. If you see anyone recording during the performance, you have my permission to tap on their shoulder and ask them to put their phone or camera away during the show. They are more than welcome to take all the pictures they want at the end of the show or during dress rehearsal. The studio will be closed on Wednesday, December 6th and Thursday, December 7th, because we will be at the auditorium at rehearsal. Please promote the Nutcracker by posting pictures on Facebook or Instagram of pictures from the past performances or pictures of your child during dress rehearsal. It's very thrilling for your dancer to know that they have someone special in the audience there to see them, such as teachers, cousins, friends. Thank you so much for your support of your child and the dance studio. We are very blessed to be a part of your family and we're very blessed that you are part of our dance family. Merry Christmas and God bless you.